Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to talk about Kubernetes cluster in DigitalOcean. So we are going to install a new cluster using a Kubernetes and DigitalOcean website cloud service. If you don't have an account with DigitalOcean, you will find the link below in the description. If you sign up using the link, you are going to get $100 for free, and I will get $25 back. So let's start by looking at the DigitalOcean dashboard. As you see here on the left side, you will see all droplets, Kubernetes, volume, database. So I will start and go and click on create a new cluster. Just by clicking here on create, you will see clusters here, create Kubernetes cluster. When you click on it, you will see this page here. So I'm just going and click on create new cluster. I'm going to use the last version, which is 1.18, and I'm going to install the cluster in San Francisco. I'm going to use VPS network, so I'm going to use default SF02, so I can share all the resources with other droplets inside my DigitalOcean account. So let's name this one and name it data center key Kubernetes cluster. So I will use two nodes for now. So I will, in each one I will use this is just for a testing, but if you want to use a production, I suggest to start by this one, $20 amount, 2.5 gigabyte RAM. But in this tutorial, I'm going to use just a development plan, so I'm going to use $15 amount, 1 gigabyte for two nodes here. So it will be $30 amount, and this is the name of my cluster. So let's name it like this. Let's leave it the same name I can see here. We can use a data center here if we want, and Kubernetes cluster 1.18, and this is in San Francisco. So let's create my first cluster. Okay, there is a problem here. Let's verify. There's an error. Let's do it again. Okay, so let's it will start doing the installation for my first cluster here. But in this either you can wait till it finishes, or we can just go and download our config file. In order to connect to your cluster, you have to use this and to use kubectl, you have to install the config file in your system. So if you are for the first time you are using this Kubernetes in your computer, you have to if you want to connect to your Kubernetes cluster, you have to follow this tutorial here. But you can, if you have it already, you can just go and download the cluster configuration file. That's what we are going to do right now. So I'm going to you can just, when you download the file, just put it, you can just use this command line and that's it. It will take it and put it inside your config file. But in this case, I'm going to use it manually, so you can follow all my steps. I will go and download the config file first. Just click here, download the cluster configuration file, then it will download it to your computer. Then we are going from there, we are going to use it. So let's do it again. It will take some time. Okay, so I think I have the file already downloaded. If this, I will just go back here and click on action, and I can download this again. Yeah, it's downloaded already. I have it here. So a little bit, see how much it will take some time to install it. As you saw before, I'm going to use 2 nodes instead of 1, and if we combine them together we will have 4 CPU, and we will have 4 gigabytes because we have 2 nodes. Each one has its own droplet. So let's do it again. Okay, I will go here to download files and will look for my config file here. So I will go and do the rest of the job. Yes, the file has been downloaded before. I can see it here. Normally it should not be .text, it should be .config. So I will need to rename it for .config. But before that, I will go to my as you see here in the command line, this file .yaml. It should be inside .cube folder in your home folder inside your username. So if you are in Mac, just go to here and to the Finder, then click on Go and click later Home. Then when you click Home, it will take you to your username directly. As you see here, you cannot see this folder, which is .cube. In Mac, if you want to see the folder, you have to click on Shift, Command, and dot. Hold on, we'll do it right now. Command Shift dot. As you see, you will start seeing hidden files. This .cube is a hidden file, so as soon as you can see it here, this is it. Just click on the file, you will go inside. I have other Kubernetes clusters here, so I'm just going to change the file, the config file, which is this one here. But first, I will take a copy in case I need it. I will compress it, then I'll just go and open and take the file here from my download folder, and I put it here inside the .cube, and I need, this is just with my computer, it is a problem I have to solve. I will go and rename it, rename the extension, because here it's put .text, so I have to put it YAML file. Normally you should download it as a YAML file, so don't worry about this step. So here I need to open the file again, and I need to copy all what I have inside the file to this config file I have here. So I just click on it, let's open it, then we will go and use this with the file. So here it is. I have opened the config file, I have it here, and I have the new cluster YAML file. I just copy all the file here inside. Then what I should do right now is go inside the YAML file, the config file, and just paste the new YAML file here, and then we can go and use kubectl command to see all the nodes inside the cluster. So I think I have only one here, so I'm going to just go here and paste it and see what's so here we are. I have just pasted my new file, so I have just go now and save the new config file. Okay, so let's test it again right now. So what you have to do right now is go to my terminal. I use iTerm for my terminal, but you can use the normal one here. It will work fine. Then we can go and try and switch between the other cluster I used before, because I have another cluster with another digital account. So I have to to switch between two clusters now to the new cluster. Okay, cool. So what you have to do now is to go and search the if you want to know which cluster you are using right now. So I just say kubectl, and normally you should see here the name of the cluster that you are using, but I think the cluster is it's not this one. So let's do this. I will switch to the new one. So I will use kubectl config use context, then I will use the name of my new cluster, which is this one here. You can see the name here, which is the server. After the server, you can see the cluster name inside the context here. This is the name we are going to use. It started with the O. So I copy all of this here, and I will go and paste it here. Then enter, hit enter. Then let's see, it should switch to the new cluster. Then from here I can go and yeah, it switches to context, and this is the new cluster we have now. So if we go and type kubectl git pods, it will not give us any pods because it's still empty. And we can use here also kubectl git pods, and we can define namespace, which is default, and hit enter. And there is no resource found in default namespace because it's still new. After you install the cluster, now it's ready. You can go and here in DigitalOcean you can install other applications in the marketplace. They have Kubernetes Monitor Stack, and they have Nginx Ingress Controller if you want to use it, and they have other different applications. You can click here on the link. You can install also WordPress Kubernetes. It comes with DigitalOcean. Just in one click you can have your own WordPress websites with it. They have different applications here. They have WordPress, as I said before. They have Argue, they have KubeMK, and there are not many applications, but you can benefit from them. So after I installed that, I can just go here and click your Kubernetes Dashboard user interface. It's automatically installed, so you don't need to go and install it yourself. It's done with DigitalOcean. That's why I like DigitalOcean. Here you can see all the informations about your cluster. Here, if you click on the nodes, we have two nodes. This one data center, number 1 and number 2. In case this one goes, there's a problem, the other one will have a copy, and the other one, it's preferable to have two nodes inside the cluster. Persistence volumes, we have none for now because we still don't have any application. In case you have increased control with any application, you will see it here. For services, the same time, we have two now for Dance and Kubernetes. But as soon as we have new application, we can see here any services, config file. If we have any config file concerning your Kubernetes cluster, persistent volume. If you want to claim for a volume for your application, you can use it here. So namespaces, as we know, we have a default namespace, and we have 3 other namespaces has been installed with the Kubernetes cluster. And we have cron job development. We still do not make any application yet, but we are going to use an application soon. In the next tutorial, we are going to install Rancher, Rancher is a good management application which will help you to manage your cluster. We'll go and install it with you in the next tutorial. We should install it in on Docker machine with DigitalOcean. Again, as I said in the beginning, if you still don't have an account with DigitalOcean, just click on the link below and you can go and benefit from $100 for free, and they will get to $25 back.